Hello there, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Samantha, and this is my channel where I talk all about books. Anyway, today I'm coming to you with the start of a romance reading vlog, but I wanted to start the vlog now because I'm literally about to get my hair done this evening, and it's long overdue. Like, look at this root. I have been wanting to go a little bit more brown, which is very scary for me because I've been blonde for such a long time. I have tried to go brown a couple times and it doesn't look good. So I'm hoping that I've found like the right sort of inspiration picks to make it work for me, because the problem is, like, as you can see, I have brown hair naturally. So to be blonde, it's just a lot of maintenance, and I don't know, I always see people with brown hair and they make it look so good. Like, why can't brown hair work for me? So I'm trying to find the right combination. Anyway, and I'm also seeing somebody new. I've never gone to this hairdresser before. Yeah, I wanted to intro the vlog so that when I come back with fresh hair, you can see the difference. Also, I got some books which I want to haul quickly, but first I think I'll share the TBR with you, and then I'm going to haul some books which are actually romance books because it's on brand. So I'm planning to read 3 romance books for this video. 2 are like contemporary romance and 1 is a fantasy romance. So we do have a little bit of a mix. So my fluffy, lighthearted one is going to be You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle, which I'm so excited about. I will get into what all these books are about when I get to them. This is one of the books I want to read. And then for my more hard-hitting contemporary romance, I want to read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. It's been a hot minute since I read an Abby Jimenez, and I really like her books. So I'm very excited to read more of her stuff. And finally, my fantasy romance pick is going to be Wooing the Witch Queen by Stephanie Burgess. I actually have an arc of this, but it's coming out on the 18th of Feb, so not long. Yeah, those are the 3 books that we're going to be reading in this video. Although I'm not actually going to be starting anything today because I'm currently rereading Queen of Shadows, but that's irrelevant for this video. But let's quickly unbox or unbag this little parcel that I got. It's from World of Books, which is like a secondhand online book retailer. I've never actually ordered from them before, but I have sold my old books to them, and I went onto their website the other day to look for my book club book for this month and couldn't find it. But when I was there, I saw that they had a little promotion going on, and if you bought 2 romance books, you got 20% off, and so I bought 3. But only 2 have arrived so far, I think. So the first one I got is Byeeeee by Emily Henry. I have already read this, obviously, and I have it on my Kindle, but I wanted to get the physical book so that I could put it with my other Emily Henry books. Annoyingly though, this said very good condition. I don't know if you can tell, it is so broken and the pages are so yellow. Like, that is not very good condition. Whatever, it's fine because like I've already read it, but that's a little bit disappointing. Anyway, the other book I got, I am so unsure about whether or not I'm gonna like it, so I wanted to get it secondhand. That is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I never thought I would read this book because, to be honest, I didn't really know what it was about until kind of recently, and now I keep hearing really good things about it. Like, I've heard that it's like very trashy but also so fun. I picked up Magnolia Parks. Never thought we'd be holding this on this channel, but here we are. I'm not sure when I'm gonna get to this, but at some point I will be reading this. These are the first 2 books that I got. I have one other book, but it's not gonna arrive until Monday, so we will talk about that when we get to it. Anyway, I'm going to go because, as I said, I'm gonna get my hair done, so I gotta run. But I will chat to you when we start our next book or when the other book arrives, whatever comes first. Hello, good afternoon. It's been a couple days. It's now Monday. My hair is not at all what I wanted it to be. I am actually so sad, and I didn't say anything to the woman at the time because it was like 7:30 on a Saturday night. She wanted to go home, I wanted to go home, and like, she wouldn't have fixed it that day anyway. But yeah, I just didn't really say anything because also I didn't really think about how it was not at all what I asked for in the slightest way, shape, or form. This was my inspiration pick, and as you can see, she didn't do that. It is so ashy, it's so dark. I'm very disappointed with it. We actually tried yesterday to put a toner on it to fix it, but it's not fixed. So just don't look at my hair, please, until I've sorted it out, okay? Just pretend like I don't have hair. We have my other book that I got from World of Books. Let's open it. Look how successful that was. That's just a representation of how this afternoon's gone. Let's try that again. Okay, anyway, we're now in. It is Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. This is a hockey romance. I think it's I thought maybe it was college, but it's not, I don't think. This is book 1 in the Vancouver Storm series. It's a hockey romance. I've only ever read one other hockey romance, I think, which was Icebreaker, and I didn't like it. However, I feel like I heard somebody talking about a different book in this series. I think it was like the 2nd book, and they really enjoyed that, and that inspired me to read this because I think they also liked this one. I want to say it was Chandler, probably. Oh, The Fake Out, that's the 2nd one. Yeah, I think she read this and thought it was good, but not the best thing ever. But then she also read The Fake Out and enjoyed that even more. And I feel like I've heard good things about both of these books. I don't know. It was on sale. It was not expensive. And I, for some reason, even though the deal on these books was if you bought 2 books, you got 20% off. And I, for some reason in my head, thought I'm gonna get 3. So yeah, I've got these 3 new romance books to add to my collection. Obviously, I've already read Beach Read, so that doesn't add to my TBR. But these 2 do add to my TBR, which is not great because if you know, I'm doing my TBR tackle series this year, and I decreased my TBR by 4 books last month, and now I've increased my TBR by 2 books. So not great, not great. However, I feel like I'm planning to read some romance this month, and if I read all of the romance books on my TBR, then I have no TBR romance books, and that's not fun. I always want to have options. Could I have got these on my Kindle? Yes. But yeah, I'm excited about all of these nonetheless. Anyway, I still haven't started a romance book because I'm reading Queen of Shadows. This is not about Queen of Shadows, but I'm like halfway through, so I need to finish this and then I can start reading some romance books. However, I'm gonna go watch the Super Bowl at my sister's house this evening. It was last night, but we haven't watched any of it. I've never watched the Super Bowl before, but yeah, we're gonna watch the Super Bowl tonight. So I want to read for like an hour and a half before we go, and we're going there around 7. Hopefully tomorrow I can start a romance book after I finish this. I got a blast. See you later. Hello friends, good morning. It's been like a week since I last updated you, and Valentine's Day has been and gone, and the whole point of this vlog was to do it in time for Valentine's Day, but I didn't because honestly I have not been reading that much. It took me a long time to finish Queen of Shadows, like a full 10 days to read that book, and every time I've read it before I've read it super quickly, but I just wasn't prioritizing reading time. It's been a very busy week as well. Like I've had a lot going on with my course, so there's that. Anyway, and I had a really nice Valentine's Day. I think I've said this before, probably in this video, but like I don't care about Valentine's Day. It's not a big deal to me. So I actually had a really busy day in terms of my course, but Alex and I did go out for lunch. He did buy me flowers and chocolate, which was very nice of him. Anyway, and I felt absolutely fine on Friday, Valentine's Day. Felt fine. Had a little bit of a headache before I went to sleep. I woke up yesterday morning and I felt like crap, and I'm feeling actually worse today, which is not fun. So long story short, I spent the whole day yesterday in bed reading Queen of Shadows, and I finished it, and then in the evening I started reading the first book for this vlog, and I read about 10%, and I've been reading some more this morning, and I'm holding up my Kindle so if you can see what book it is. It is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and I realized it's been almost a year since I last read an Abby Jimenez book, and I am simply obsessed, friends. I forgot how much I love her writing. Part of Your World, if you don't know what it's about, basically follows our main character Alexis. Alexis is 37 and she's a nurse. This is not really that important, but she's not a nurse. She is the like primary physician in the ER, and I don't know, I felt like I needed to clarify that I just got confused. I think because I was thinking about Just for the Summer, where main character Emma is a nurse, and in my mind I guess I got confused because I was delirious. She's actually a doctor in this hospital where basically her entire family has worked for the last like 150 years. There's always been a Montgomery working in the hospital, normally as surgeons. Like that's the big thing, like they're like the big surgeons of this hospital. So Alexis is kind of battling some struggles with her family because there's a lot of pressure on her, and already she's like a disappointment because she's a nurse instead of a surgeon. And to make matters worse, her ex-boyfriend is like the chief of surgery there, and they had a really bad relationship, and it's just ended a few months before the start of this book. Anyway, one day Alexis has to go to this small town for a family thing, and on her way back she ends up having some car troubles, and essentially this guy comes and tows her car, and that is our love interest Daniel, who is like the mayor of this very small town. They kind of hit it off and end up having a one-night stand, and then they both like can't stop thinking about the other one. I think like there are gonna be some obstacles in that, you know, they live kind of far away from each other. She's concerned about the age gap. Obviously she's still got a lot of trauma from this previous relationship, and yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. Knowing Abby Jimenez, it's probably gonna break my heart a little bit because she loves to do that. But yeah, I'm like 60 pages in and I'm obsessed. Like I started last night, like I said, read 10%, and then I just didn't want to go to bed even though I felt like garbage and I really wanted to sleep. I also like could not shut my brain off because I was like, I want to be back with these characters. So far I'm having a great time. There are also baby goats, which is great. I'm excited to continue on and see how it goes. But yeah, my plan for today, because I'm feeling like garbage, is to lie in bed and read, or lie on the sofa and read all day. And once I finish reading Part of Your World, I think I'm gonna jump straight into the next book for this vlog. But yeah, I feel like crap and I don't want to be talking anymore, so I'm gonna get back to reading and I will just update you when I have some more thoughts. But so far, so good.
Love, love, love. You really caught my eye when I hit the town singing out last night. Really gives a vibe. See it, then we kick it till the sun comes out. Make it feel alright.
That's why I was thinking you put your number on my cell. Maybe I could call you my lover, time will tell.
Hello, I'm back. We're in the exact same spot, so you'll have to excuse that. I'm also back into my pajamas. I did obviously just have a shower and I washed my hair because it was actually hair wash day yesterday, but because I was feeling so crap, I was like, what's the point? I'm just gonna lie in bed all day. I don't want to wash my hair. But I just really felt like I needed to wash my hair today. I actually feel like it made me feel a little bit better. I don't know if it's that or if it's the fact that I took medicine, but either way, I'm feeling a little bit better for now. Obviously, still not great, and I'm still going to hang out in bed or on the couch for the rest of the day, but better than I did this morning. But I have been reading more of Part of Your World. I'm now 55% of the way through, and I'm having such a good time. I'm also reading this so quickly. It's funny, like, because obviously I've just been reading the Throne Glass series, which is fantasy. I read fantasy so much slower than I read romance, specifically apparently Abby Jimenez. Like, I just fly through her books and I'm always like so addicted to them. I feel like I know where the story is going. Like I know what the conflicts are potentially, and I think I know how everything is going to kind of wrap itself up. But yeah, I have a feeling I know where things are going to go, but I'm still having a good time with it. Although I will say the one thing, and I think this is the reason why I've not ever been able to give a book by her 5 stars, is because I feel like Abby Jimenez just does too much. Like, she wants to put so many like hardships on the characters, like they're just going through so much, and honestly I think it's too much. Like, for example, in this book we have Alexis's toxic ex, and also this pressure from her family, and then also like her friends aren't that great, and it's just a lot for one person to be going through. And obviously sometimes there are instances in life where everything seems to be going wrong, but I feel like every book that I've read by Abby Jimenez, it's always the case. And then on top of that, Daniel also has his own stuff going on, so I feel like it's just a little bit too much. I get it because it's like a way for there to be conflict within the relationship and also for the characters to grow and then to grow together, but sometimes it's just a little bit like, Abby, give them a break. So I feel like that is what stops me from giving her books 5 stars, is that sometimes I'm just like, it's a bit too much. I don't know what this is going to be, but I don't think it's going to be a 5, even though I'm having a really good time with it, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to just check in with you when I'm done because I feel like I can't really update anymore as we go along. I'm going to go and finish this book and I will talk to you once I'm done. Hello friends, so good evening. Ignore the laundry behind me, I need to put it away. It's currently around 6 o'clock and I just finished reading Part of Your World about half an hour ago, and I put it into my little spreadsheet to work out the rating, and it came out to like a 3.75, which I feel like is accurate. I think I was really enjoying the book in the beginning. Even for like 65% of the book, I was having such a good time. I had like a few small issues, but nothing major. But then I feel like there was like a period of time where there were like 2 chapters in a row from each perspective where they're just going on about how much they care about this person. And then obviously next chapter is like the freaking 3rd act breakup, and then that just felt a little bit dragged out. I don't know, it just lost me a little bit in the end. I think also potentially reading it all in one day pretty much is not the best way to go with an Abby Jimenez. I feel like sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of time, but I was like, I want to just finish this one so I can start my next book. But I had a good time with it. 3.75 is a decent rating. I always think of her as like a favorite romance author because I do enjoy her stuff. I haven't given anything higher than a 4.5, and this is technically my lowest rated Abby Jimenez book that I've read, apart from The Friend Zone, which I already talked about. I didn't finish that, so it's still like really good. I'm excited to read Yours Truly as well and see how that goes, but I'm not going to jump into it like right away or anything. I'll probably wait a little while. I think my next Abby Jimenez will definitely be Say You'll Remember Me because I have the arc, but beyond that I might take a little break and then come back to Yours Truly at some point. I also have to get it, but it often goes on sale, so I'll probably buy it when it's on sale and just keep it on my Kindle for a rainy day. But yeah, I'm glad I finally read it and I know what everyone's talking about. Anyway, I am going to take a break from reading because I've been reading like all day, so I'm gonna go make some dinner and stuff. I think I might watch some YouTube for a little bit as well, and then this evening before bed I will start reading Wooing the Witch Queen, and I'm hoping to read for like an hour before bed, so I'll make a start on that today and I will update you again tomorrow probably. But yeah, I'll update you and let you know how I'm getting on with it and what that book's all about. For now I'm gonna go make some dinner and then have like a chill evening, and I'll just chat to you when I have something to tell you about. Hello, good morning. It is Monday. I'm feeling a little bit better today, I'm happy to say, but still not great. It's currently 11 and I was gonna say I've had a slow morning, but I really haven't. I started work at 9, even though my day technically starts at 10, but I was just on it. I was like, I didn't do anything over the weekend. And I don't think I'm actually expected to most of the time, but I just felt like I should have been doing something over the weekend, but obviously I didn't. I spent my whole weekend reading. So I got caught up on work, some of which is due today, some of it's due tomorrow, but I just wanted to make sure it all got done. I don't have class until 1 today, so I've got some time. I've done all my work so far, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit of extra stuff, and then I'm gonna have a little bit of an extended lunch break because I'm not feeling great, as I said. And I did start work early, so yeah, I think I'm probably gonna break for lunch sooner rather than later. And then, like I said, start class at 1, then I've got class till 4. However, I have some reading updates. I started reading Wooing the Witch Queen yesterday. It's an arc, like I said, from NetGalley. Normally I don't have too many issues with the formatting of arcs. However, there's just something wrong with the PDF on Kindle, so I ended up having to read it through the NetGalley app, which I can do on my phone. And I started doing it on my phone yesterday, and then I was like, I hate reading on my phone. So I switched to the iPad, which I also don't like because it's just massive. Like, I much prefer the Kindle, but you gotta do what you gotta do, because I started it and I was having such a good time. It's like very funny. Our main character, Saskia, basically hates having to deal with people, which is so relatable to me. So she's like very sarcastic and like cannot be bothered to deal with people and appease people, and I think it's just hilarious. I love that for her. But I haven't told you what the story is about. It basically follows over 2 characters, Felix and Saskia. Saskia is a witch queen, and essentially she is viewed as like an evil witch queen because she chased off her uncle, and basically they think she's evil because of that. However, the truth of it is that he actually murdered her parents and stole the throne from her, and she wasn't even interested in being queen, but here we are. And so her uncle has now been like spreading lies throughout the rest of the land. Essentially, Saskia's kingdom is at war with the Archduke's land, and the Archduke is Felix, and he is in a difficult spot because he doesn't really have any control. All the decisions that are made in his land are made by his father-in-law. He married quite young, and his wife unfortunately died, and his father-in-law, who is the count, he is evil and basically making all these horrible decisions which have like outlawed magic and things like that. And so Saskia really hates the Archduke because she thinks that he's making all of these decisions, where in reality it's actually Felix's father-in-law, and Felix is actually scared for his life because he knows that if he doesn't go along with what they say, then they will kill him. And even so, they still kind of want to kill him because they want to take over his lands fully. So he decides to run away, and he knows that the only person who's not scared of the count is Saskia. So he runs to her for aid, and when he arrives there, she's talking about how much she hates and wants to kill the Archduke because of, you know, what he's done for magic users. And so he decides to disguise himself as Fabian and become her librarian, and then there's going to be a romance between them, I believe. And honestly, it's so fun right now and just like quite whimsical, but not in an over-the-top way. I'm just having a good time so far, and I really want to get back to reading. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more work and then have kind of a longer lunch, like I said, and then have class for 3 hours, and I'll, you know, just chat to you later when I've done some more reading and have some more updates. Hello friends, good afternoon. It is Tuesday. I'm currently on my lunch break, although saying that I only had 1 class this morning at 10, so I've technically been finished since like just past 11, but I was doing homework. And now I'm completely caught up on all of my additional homework. So yeah, I spent a bit of time doing that. And then I just read for a little bit. I am still reading Wooing the Witch Queen, and I'm about 45% of the way through. And I'm so sad because I was obviously, last time I spoke to you, I was like, I'm having a great time. And now I feel like I'm a little bit bored. And also there was like a 4-week time jump where Fabian and Saskia were like getting to know each other more and spending time together. And we just like skipped over that entirely. And I'm like, how am I now supposed to believe in this relationship if you haven't actually shown me any of the relationship? Like, nothing's happened between them yet, but they're both mentioning how they have feelings for the other one. And I'm like, could you not have shown me that? Because at the moment, I don't know if I buy it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna keep reading it and see how it goes, but that's a little bit disappointing that that's where we're at the moment. I'm feeling a little bit better today. I was feeling pretty rough this morning, but I took some medicine. I'm feeling a little bit better, as you might be able to tell because I actually put makeup on. That's also because one of the founders of the course is going to be running the next session, so I want to turn my camera on, and I don't want to turn my camera on if I have no makeup on because I am self-conscious about the fact that it's recorded, so, you know, I don't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't care, but like, because it's recorded, recorded. I'm like, if anyone watches this back and I look like a mess, I'm gonna be embarrassed for myself. So I'm now on my lunch break, so I'm going to eat some lunch, and then I'm also going to read while I'm on my lunch, and then got class till 3. I'm so sorry my camera just died, but I was just saying that I have line dancing tonight, which I'm gonna try and go to. I haven't like paid for it in advance or anything, so I could skip pretty easily, but we didn't go last week and I miss it. So I'm gonna try and go today, assuming I don't feel worse as the day goes on. It's literally all. So yeah, I've got class at 1 till 3, and then line dancing's at 7. So I have a little bit of time there where I'll be reading and also making dinner and stuff. Hello, it's been a few hours. I finished class a little bit early today, and like I said earlier, I've done everything I can do at the moment. I've been trying to read Wing the Witch Queen, and honestly, I'm so sad because I am so bored. Like I said, I really like the sort of sense of humor and also like the found family element. I really enjoy that, but the romance is just not there at all. It's actually come out of nowhere. It's literally just because, oh, this is a new person who's mysterious, and now like we're starting to get feelings for each other. But, like, we never actually saw any of the relationship building. I'm just so bored, and I'm really tempted to DNF, but I feel bad because it was an arc. I'm so sad. I really thought I was gonna love this. It sounded really fun, but you know what? No, I think I'm gonna DNF. I've read 65%. That's a pretty decent chunk of a book, so I think this is the right decision. We're gonna DNF Wing the Witch Queen, and I'm so sad because the cover is so cute, and obviously, like I said, I started off really enjoying it, having a good time, but now I'm just bored out of my mind. This is definitely the right decision. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go write a little review for this, and then I will probably make a start on You Deserve Each Other, and I'll pop in when I've got some updates on that, but that will probably be tomorrow because like I said, I've got line dancing tonight. I'm gonna go and I will chat to you probably tomorrow. Hello, good afternoon. It is Wednesday. It's only 4 p.m, but I feel like it's so much later than that. I don't know why, but I guess I'm just tired today. Still not feeling 100%, but I am feeling better every day. Makes sense. Feeling a little bit better today. We did go to line dancing last night and I survived, but I didn't feel great. That was fun. But I finished classes for the day, and for the last like hour, I've been sitting watching a YouTube video and doing some cross stitch. I feel like I can't remember if I showed you in this video or if it was like my last video. I can't remember, but I am slowly making progress. I'm currently working on this blue, which actually goes onto the light green, so I still have so much left to do. I still have this big chunk and then all of this, and like it's just so much. I think it's definitely the biggest section. I will be working on this for like probably another couple of weeks at least, because I don't even do it every day anymore. I was in a habit of doing it every day. I've kind of got out of the habit. I love it though. It's like one of my favorite things to do because it is so mindless, but it scratches that creative itch. I enjoy it. And then I did start reading You Deserve Each Other yesterday. I read about 60 pages last night. I read like another 20 pages this morning, and I haven't read any more since. And so far, I don't know, I'm finding the characters to be very irritating. I don't think I've explained the plot of this book in this video. Basically, this follows our two main characters, Naomi and Nicholas. They look like they're the perfect couple. However, Naomi has actually fallen out of love with Nicholas, but their wedding is coming up in just 3 months, and Nicholas comes from money, and so his family has basically paid for like all of the wedding already, and so she knows that if she backs out of it, she's going to have to pay for it, and she can't afford to do that. So she wants Nicholas to break up with her so that she won't have to pay. So then they're basically going to start pranking each other to try and get the other one to break up with them, and while that's all going on, I imagine they're actually going to fall back in love with each other. Yeah, that's the basic premise. It's kind of like that movie What Happens in Vegas, if you've seen that, judging by that synopsis. However, at the moment, I'm finding both of the characters to be very unlikable. Nicholas is obviously supposed to be unlikable because we only see him through Naomi's point of view, but Naomi is also kind of annoying, so I don't know. I think we have just reached a point where we're gonna start to see Nicholas in a slightly different light. Like, I don't think we get his perspective at all, but I think she had never really thought about what Nicholas thinks about everything, and now she's sort of noticed that, so hopefully we get a slightly different perspective. But yeah, at the moment they absolutely hate each other, and it's a little bit irritating, but I definitely am going to keep going because I bought it, so I want to read it, but we will see how it goes. It's a pretty quick read as well, so I'm going to sit and read some of this for a while and then make dinner later, have a chill evening. Yeah, I've kind of had an emotionally exhausting day a little bit, so yeah, I think I need to just take it easy today. Hope that tomorrow's a bit of a better day. Hello, good morning. It's Friday, and I don't think I spoke to you yesterday because I was just reading this book, and after class I had the worst headache. I don't know what was going on with me yesterday, but my head was pounding, and honestly it was not a fun experience for me. I was struggling. However, here we are. I survived. And because I had such a bad headache, I was finding that looking at screens was not helpful, so all I could do all evening was read. Oh no, what a shame. But it does mean that I finished this yesterday, and unfortunately this is like a 3-star. I really thought I was gonna love this. Nicholas, but I feel like the what happens in Vegas comp is not applicable because there wasn't really like a massive prank war between them or anything. Like Naomi would just do stuff to annoy Nicholas, and then in one chapter we had like a back and forth between them. That was irritating because it was like, okay, this isn't what was sold to me. And I think I spoke about this already, but I just found the beginning of this to be so annoying. And when I say beginning, I actually mean the first 200 pages, because that's how long it takes for them to actually start communicating. And so it was basically just them being horrible to each other, mainly Naomi being horrible to Nicholas. But it's really funny because I think when I started off this vlog, I said I don't like Nicholas. As time went on, I was like, actually, it's just Naomi that I don't like. And I think Sarah Hogel was trying to sort of hint at there being like mental health stuff going on as well. Like Nicholas says to Naomi that she's disassociating, but Naomi never really addresses that a ton. I don't really know. And the way it was written was just really weird, where sometimes I didn't really know what was going on because Naomi just talks in these really weird sort of metaphors. And it was weirdly written for sure. Like I said, the first 200 pages was so irritating. But beyond that, that's where we actually start to see the character growth and they actually start to communicate and have more of a relationship again. And that ended up being really sweet, actually. It was really cute. The last 150 pages, I was having a good time. However, there was like a conflict right towards the end and it was resolved in like 5 pages, but it just felt really dumb because it's like you've spent this whole book not being together, not communicating, and now you're not going to communicate about this small thing that if you communicated about, you know, you would avoid all of this. It was fine. I'm disappointed because I thought I was going to love it, but yeah, I didn't actually find it funny at all. Like, I don't think I laughed out loud once. Very disappointing in that regard, but 3 stars is not a bad rating. Obviously, that's smack dab right in the middle, but it's just, I wanted more from it. So yeah, that brings me to the end of this romance reading vlog. So yeah, it was a little bit of a disappointing one. Our highest rated book was 3.5 stars. That's a shame. But if I had to give a little ranking, I would say my worst one that I read was Wooing the Witch Queen by Stephanie Burgess. It wasn't a bad book. It just wasn't giving what I wanted it to give, which was romance. It just wasn't there. So yeah, that was probably the least good of the books that I read, unfortunately. Then obviously You Deserve Each Other coming in second. Disappointing because I wanted to love it and I thought I would. I mean, obviously I bought it, but sad times. And then obviously first place, Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I enjoyed this one, but I've enjoyed other Abby Jimenez more. Yeah, a bit of a shame, but I think I mentioned earlier in the vlog that I was going to buy Yours Truly on Kindle whenever it was next on sale. It was literally on sale that same day when I said that, and I bought it. I've got Yours Truly on the Kindle, ready to go when it's time. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this little romance reading vlog. I'm sorry that it's after Valentine's Day, and I'm sorry that I look like this while I'm giving you my final update, but I woke up like an hour ago. I have class in 40 minutes and I am feeling very lazy today. I don't really feel like getting dressed and getting ready. I will get dressed, but I don't think I'm going to put makeup on today. So you're getting my face like this. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe down below. And please give me your romance recommendations. I think you know my taste, probably. I love Emily Henry. She's my girly. I like Abby Jimenez as well. That's like my type of romance that I like. I'm trying to think of other ones that I've liked. I don't know. I find it very hard to find good romance or romance that works for me. So please let me know what romance books you'd recommend to me down below. I want to know. And if you don't have anything else to say, but you want to leave a comment, leave me a little ring emoji for You Deserve Each Other. I know that you watched this far. That's all that I have. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon with another video. Bye.
These questions